Good day to you, gentle person on the internet, and thank you for joining me as we take a look at Intergalactic Spacelines Baggage Handler. Now, before we jump into it, there are two things I want to just cover quickly in this game. About covering this game. First of all, this game isn't one that I found by myself. Somebody actually sent me a message about it on, I think it was Blue Sky. Sort of saying, hey, you covered one of our other games. This is Cerulean, what are they called? Cerulean Court, who sort of said, hey, you covered one of our games. We think this is another one of ours that we think you'll enjoy. And that was the beginning and the end of it. So I haven't been sponsored. I haven't been given anything in particular. This is a free game on the internet. Follow the link in the description and you will be able to play it. So no money has changed hands for me to give a positive review. Which leads me to the second thing, is that I don't personally, on a personal level, like this game that much. And I want to just be specific to say that I'm not saying this is a bad game. I think this is a good game. If it was a bad game, I wouldn't show it. I don't show games that I think are bad. I do try to show games that I think are good, even if I don't personally like the gameplay, and that's what I'm trying to do here. So I might not be as positive about this game as I might ordinarily be, but that is specifically because I don't personally like this kind of gameplay. Not even this kind of gameplay. That's wrong. This is the way the game is implemented at the moment. I don't really like it. I find it more frustrating than fun. Either you might agree with me, at which point looking at this game is just an interesting experience and an example of a good game, nevertheless not necessarily one that we might want to play, or you don't agree with me and you think this is fun, at which point please come and play this game, give the dev some love, because I think it is a good one that needs, a little bit more support and things like that. Now, this was made for a game jam, the GameDev.tv Game Jam 2026. That's the game jam that offers a free course for all submissions, which sounds very, very awesome. And it's nice to see another one. I think I covered one of the games very recently. So I hope it did quite well. It is a fairly short game. It is a game jam game, and it is quite pleasant in its way. So let's jump in and take a look at the gameplay. So this is what sort of works as a tutorial. It covers the basic game jam idea. We are an employee at this baggage terminal. We have to try and route the bags to the correct loading point, I suppose it is. Fortunately, the bags are color coded, so red bags go to the red loading point, blue bags go to the blue one, and so on. As the instructions tell us, every time we successfully put a bag in its correct color port, we get a credit. We have to route them along the conveyor belt by pressing the buttons that route them accordingly. Some bags are incognito, and we need to just, I suppose, mouse over them to see what color they are. Some bags are very important bags. It does say mistakes will instantly end your shift, but that doesn't seem to be the case. But nevertheless, they are ones that have the yellow bands. So we need to watch out for them. Some bags have a little timer symbol on them, so every time we do that, it'll add 10 seconds to our shift length. Some bags have contraband, which I think are the bags that have a little open space with a pair of eyes. I'm not sure how it says just click on them to collect them, so maybe that's how we do that. And some baggage might fit into multiple categories. I'm not sure how it would do that. I mean, I suppose important and time based. So just keep an eye on what's going on, basically. So let's start, and we'll play through a little bit of the game and just see how it works. So we have these 5 things at the back here. So this is a blue bag, so it needs to go into the blue one. So it goes straight through there. This is a red one, it needs to go to the red one. So we route that to go through to the red one. This is, I guess, a white one. So this one we will need to reroute over there once this one has gone through. That's a pink one, so that's also coming this way. This is a yellow one and another pink one. So we need to watch for the yellow one here. That we need to reroute now. Where's this one going? Oh, that was one that needs to go that way. So we can just... I forgot to... See, now this is where I don't like it, because I'm already failing. There's a lot of things that I need to now go backwards and recover from. There isn't really a way to undo it. These things are now going to the wrong folders and stuff like that. That one we can send to the right place. And that one we can go send to the right place. And there's no way to really stop. I can't pause the conveyor belts. I can't stop and think about things. This isn't really a logic puzzle. No, I sent that the wrong way. It's not, you know, it doesn't feel like I'm applying sort of real thought to it in any way. Oh, you need to go that way. I'm just having to kind of like panic respond to what's going on here. And yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this sort of type of gameplay. That's another pink one. And I don't, you know, I don't. No, damn it. No, damn it. And I don't enjoy it. This isn't what I find fun. What are you? Oh, you're not going anywhere useful. You have screwed up those ones, and so on. And yeah, I don't. Okay, I must have failed with a popular one. Anyway, that's the end of the game. Either I run out of time or I failed on one of the really important bags. The shift is then ended. I get given a summary of it, and I can either restart or quit, so start again. So there's no kind of meta progression or anything along those lines, which I would like to see in a game like this. So I'm going to stop ranting about it. I think it's fairly obvious now that I don't enjoy this line because I can't stop and think about it. I have to just react to it, and that's not the kind of games I like to play. There's a reason why I lean more towards strategy games and planning games than I do to action games. It's because I'm not very good at action games. I used to play them a lot more. I used to play Counter-Strike as a sort of competitively. I wanted to say professionally, but nobody paid me to play it. So yeah, I was in competition Counter-Strike. I did mediocre at it. I wasn't bad. I enjoyed the clan I played with. We had a good time. But then yeah, I moved on to MMOs and other RPG games. I love games like Victoria, which I know bore the hell out of people. I love games like Stardew Valley, which I know bore people. I like thinking games rather than action games. I still also do like action games. I absolutely love Cyberpunk 2077, which was an action-heavy game with some thought elements to it as well. And you could play along those lines in terms of builds and things. And obviously, I did the sort of the hacking build rather than the Sandevistan build, because I was more about sort of a little tactical approach to combat than an action approach. So that's why I don't particularly enjoy this gameplay, but I still think this is a very, very good game. I like the gameplay design. I like the idea of the puzzle. I think for people who are a little bit sort of more Twitch reactive than I am, this could be a hell of a lot of fun to play, and I envy you guys and your fast thinking skills. So I do heartily recommend it. Please come and play this game. Link is in the description. Just before I give it some actual real critiques, I just want to say don't forget to like or dislike. If you'd like to dislike the video, don't forget to comment if you have anything at all to say, because I'd love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see me review more indie games, because that's what we do around here. So, having said that, actual real critiques. The UI. The UI is okay. I don't think we have any way to get to options or anything like that. So, I mean, yes, this is a game jam game. I can't even stop it anyway. So it's missing a lot of the quality of life stuff that I usually like to see. So the UI is missing all of that. As for tutorials, I mean, that employee handbook thing was fine. I read through it. I got all the little things. I think it was suitable for the game, and especially for a game jam game. I would have liked to see a bit more of an interactive UI for newer players, but as it was fine. The sounds were all fine. They were fairly muted, fairly toned back. I like something a little bit more chunkier with a little bit more bite to it, but for the nature of the game, I think the sounds were absolutely fine. The art of the game is very good looking. I absolutely love this visual style. We can have a look at sort of a little bit of it here. I like pixel art at this level of pixels, the size of pixels. I find this adorable. I like the little hints of humor, like the person floating outside there in the void. And this kind of stuff, and the fine details that the pixels have put as it's click start and just have a look here. Yeah, all of this fine detail and things like that. I think this game is aesthetically very, very good looking. So let's escape and reload out of it. As a Godot game, I like the Godot engine as well. So there. Which brings us to the two main things I like to critique about. First of all, the gameplay. As I said, I don't like this gameplay style very much. I would have liked more of a planning thing where it's not just routing it in real time. It's you get told what's coming and you have to set the thing that's coming on a particular route that will route it through to it. So you can set it on its way and then forget about it. You don't have to keep adjusting the things backwards and forwards and stuff like that. Yes, I know that's less actiony and less kind of interactive and all that kind of thing, but this is less puzzle and more action reaction game to me. So yeah, again, I get why people will like this. I also get why people like Elden Ring, but I would never particularly enjoy it because I'd be far too frustrated and I'd break my keyboard and my mouse. So yeah, to me the gameplay thing is make this more of a tactical forward planning type of game rather than a sort of a quick reaction storage game, especially when it's difficult to recover from mistakes. If I end up accidentally routing, for example, a red bag down the lane away from the red bag, I can't recover from that because it's all I can do is send it through to this portal and it'll come out there and there's no way to get it back up there. So the moment I misroute a bag in one place, I can't then pick it up and put it back to where it was. Yeah, I don't know. I found the game thing as it is at the moment frustrating. I would love to see. I love this general idea of routing the bags and things like that. I would just love to see it made more, I guess, easier, more comfortable, more thinking than just doing. Is what I would love to see for it. And the immersion, yeah, I'd love to see more sort of bits of lore tucked around the corners about where we are, what we're doing. I mean, we know the basic idea that we're a baggage handler at this Spaceline place, but you know, what is the Spaceline place? Where are we? What is going? Do we have any little snippets of information of where these things are going, what the bags are for, why some of the bags are important, that kind of stuff? Again, I know this is a game jam game. They didn't have any time or anything like that made to cram all this stuff in there. You know, and it's not a sort of a purchased game or anything. Obviously all that kind of stuff is not going to be put inside there, but still I would have liked to have seen more of that kind of info squeezed into the corners of it. I would recommend that as a step ahead for this game. I'd like to see more of this game done. I think it has the potential to be very popular with a few more layers, like a progression line and you know, being able to slow the things down so that you can route it and then speed it up when you're satisfied with all the routing is done and that kind of stuff. Maybe the bag's coming through a little bit slower so you have more time to react. I don't know. Difficulty levels, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think this is for my personal tastes in gameplay, I think this is an excellent start to a game, and I would like to see a lot more done to it to make it easier and more comfortable to play. And that would be my general critique to it. But either way, the link is in the description. Come and give these guys some love. I think they deserve it. And I'm not quite sure exactly what Cerulean Court is. It's like a collection of developers, not quite formalized enough to be a studio per se, other than sort of very loosely on paper, is my understanding of it. I mean, I don't know them. I don't know quite what it's about. But it does seem to be a loose collector rather than a formal studio. But they do seem to be making some very, very interesting things. So yeah, come give them a look. And thank you for watching. And I hope this game gives you a lot of joy and pleasure in the future. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.